Just check that's going. Brilliant, we're on. Morning, guys. It's so cold today. I'm so cold. Oh, let's jump somebody in. Let's just have a little bit of, for me, and for this freezing space I'm in. I put the heater on for like 15 minutes and it's still cold here. So give me a warmth. Let's just grab a ball and let's get into the space. Morning, Pete. And let's just hop around, move around in whatever way you can, whatever way you feel comfortable this morning. Take a ball, throw it, pass it between your legs, around your back, and just be present for a minute. Be present in your space. Take a look around the space. Notice as many things as you can. Maybe think about where you got those things from. Just let's have a minute of memory. Let's just dig into lots of stories that we see around and just pass this ball around in whatever way you want. Be connected to that breath, your body. And I'm just doing some jumping so I can get some warm up on the go. Okay, so 30 more seconds. Let's take a deep breath in. Keep moving whatever way you want to. Make yourself laugh, make yourself smile, and then breathe out. Be conscious of those things. Maybe throw the ball up, try and catch it behind your back. Ugh. And let's just come to a standstill or sitting wherever you are. And let's just shrug our shoulders. Okay, let's try and make the ball bounce in our hand. So try and bring some motion to that ball in that hand by way of the shoulders. Okay, do it a little bit more. And slow it down, do a little bit less. Notice the vibrations, really, of that ball popping up and down. Let's just imagine that is lots of positivity this morning, just shaking down our body from our head. So whatever we're holding on to, if there's anything this morning, let's just imagine it just shaking down our body through our feet into the floor and just pass that ball around. All right, try and feel all the sensations in your body. Just be aware of that ball bouncing up and down. And let's bring that ball in front of our heart. And just listen. In front of your head. In front of your ear. Away from your ear. Just give yourself a side swap, one clap. Imagine you're clapping for your day, for yourself, for you. And as we do that, if you can, close your eyes. And let's just find some gratitude this morning with our eyes closed. So find something that you're grateful for right now in this very present, conscious moment. And let's bring some motion to another hand. So as you throw the ball, the other hand, as you throw the ball out, maybe just work through each of the fingers. That ring finger I find hard. And just work through, and instead of noticing the ball, notice the other hand and what that other hand wants to do. And you can do anything it wants. And then just again, catch those thoughts of gratitude, catch. And let's take that into a 3. Let's take it into a 3. As we just reflect back on the last few days, maybe the weekend just gone. And think about your good deed, a good deed that you've done for, it could be for somebody else, for yourself. And just reflect back. And maybe if you can't think of anything on the spot, you can take that into your day. And let's get that 3 into a 5. Let's make it just that little bit higher. And let's just think about how you're going to make today great. What is the one thing that you're going to do for yourself today that is going to make today the best day for you. And let's try and get that ball as high as we can. And while that, I want you to work your way over to wherever the other balls are. And while the other ball is in the air, I want you to grab another ball and then catch that. That nearly landed right on that computer. And then let's come into a 4-4 to start with, because we're just going to do our battery checking. So we're going to check with how we feel right now. We're going to fill ourselves up with whatever we want to. So let's just juggle for a second, and let's throw these balls up and down and just recognize the height. Okay, recognize the difference in height. It might be slight centimeter out. Try and get them at the same. We'll try and estimate where the same are. Maybe every now and then throw them up together and just see the slight differences. Okay, we're gonna almost visualize this. So as we breathe in, we're gonna get the balls higher. And then as we breathe out, we're going to get the balls low. We're going to visualize this positivity or this energy filling up today. So we're going to start low as we start to breathe in. And as we breathe in to full capacity, get those balls as high as you can in the space that you're in. And as soon as you've took that full deep breath, hold it for a second and then breathe right back out again. But let's lower those balls. Try and keep it consistent with the breath. Try and connect those two things together. Try not to throw the ball too high too soon if you've not took enough breath. So that slow breath should lead this whole thing. And let's just imagine as we breathe in, we're taking in all that positivity, all that energy. That is going to help us to make today great. And then breathe out again. So breathing in, bringing those balls as high as you can in your space. Taking a moment maybe there again just to connect with that gratitude. And then as we breathe out, we're coming almost right back down to that vibration in the hand. Okay, so you can do that one more time. And I'm going to read you a positive affirmation. So I've signed up for this. It's like a psychologist magazine stuff, but like there was this thing which was called Change Your Life in there. So it's another magazine that's a spin-off from that. But they've got these beautiful quotes with lovely images. So that one is of a snowy farm with the sunset. And I was reading through it and I loved all of these quotes. So I thought this week I'm going to throw a quote out of this book instead of off the internet. This is from Catherine Pulsifer, sorry. Every day is a chance to begin again. Don't focus on the failures of yesterday. Start today with positive thoughts and expectations. So let's just reflect on that as I say that one more time. Just breathing that in, taking those balls up to full capacity and then out again. Every day is a chance to begin again. Don't focus on the failures of yesterday. Start today with a positive thoughts and expectations. And just one more time, just think about how you are going to make today great for you. And let's take that and let's transition those balls into a 3 and then a 4. I've not said hi, Andy, is that your family member? Hi, I noticed you in the corner of the screen there for a sec. I'm Joe, nice to meet you. So we're going to go 3 and a 4. A 3, then a 4. We're going to throw a 3 over, then a 4. We're just going to check in just for a minute or two with just that transitioning of last week into this week. Okay, so let's just reflect on that word dream, whatever that means to us. Okay, that can be impossible in our mind. It can be possible. It can be tangible. It don't have to be. It can be something that might never be a reality, but we are allowed to hold that dream. Okay, we don't have to think about the logistics of that. So let's just take that moment, that dream, and as we throw that 4, let's turn that into our heart. Let's turn that word, let's transition that word into our heart, what we hold here, 3, 4, 3, 4. Let's do that same thing. Last week we were looking at goals, and this is where maybe the logistics come in. This is where a bit more thinking comes in, what we're going to achieve, what do we need to change. And let's transition as we 3-4 from our goals to this week's theme, which is our head, our thinking, our thoughts. Three, four. And then finally, our habits. The action we take, we're using our hands as that metaphor. Right now, just like our head can throw and catch these thoughts, our hands are. So just take a moment there just to think about what goal you set yourself. That we want to achieve by or on or around the 4th of June, like 9 weeks from now. Let's check into those habits. If you're joining in new today, we're working towards a goal that we're setting ourselves and thinking about the daily habits that we can let's say, one habit, let's keep it simple, to bring into your life to help you achieve that. 3-4. So if that's enough of a challenge for you, 3-4, keep going with that 3-4. You can grab a third ball and move on to that 4-2-3 on both sides. Okay, the idea here is to think past the ball. If you find your mind wanting to venture into a space where you want to add a little bit more to the practice, do that, but just always connect back to that 4-2-3, always come back. And I found these quotes last week, but there just wasn't enough time to say them. And I don't think that, well, they are quotes, or maybe they're little verses of something. But I thought it was a really nice transition of words. So the first one is about our head, okay? Or we could say, as we transition in our goal. So it was from a website called Quotes Life. There wasn't a name, but it was about goals. And it read, our head is there to facilitate our coming to understanding of our purpose and setting the necessary goals to achieve that purpose. I'm going to say that again. Our head is there to facilitate our coming to an understanding of our purpose and setting the necessary goals to achieve that purpose. And what I liked about that is it's there to facilitate our coming to understanding. So if you just think back last week, as you juggle and as you try and think past those balls, I asked you a question about that goal, about how and why that goal was important and how it was going to change you. So we're not thinking about the goal itself, we're thinking about the why, the purpose for you in your life. So that felt quite a relevant quote, I guess. That's what it is. So I'm going to move on to the next one, which was about our hands. And when we're looking at our hands in terms of the actions we take, this became relevant again. Your hands are tied in action, but your hands are not tied in imagination. And everything springs forth from imagination. Everything. Your hands are tied in action, but your hands are not tied in imagination. And everything springs forth from imagination. Everything. And that became relevant because as we kind of go through these next 9 weeks, there is a week on that imagination. And I just wanted to connect that seed now. I wanted to plant that seed. So let's just take a moment, just to take a couple of breaths. Let's keep going with that 4-2-3 or that 3-4. So if you're just joining in with us, it's a 3 and a 4, a 3 and a 4. We're adding that 2 to it. And we're doing that on both sides. And then you can keep 3 balls in your hands here if you want to. We're only going to use 2 of them. But if you do keep the third ball in there, recognize it as a feeling ball or something that's just always there in the background. And we're just going to move on to our visualization. So before we do that, let's just close our eyes, hold all the balls still in the number 2, just take a deep breath. And let's just imagine ourselves walking over to the door that leads us into the room that we're in right now. And I want you to imagine yourself walking out of that room, and I want you to imagine it's not what, imagine it's a world of somewhere where you want to be, somewhere where you find very peaceful, somewhere where it opens your mind, somewhere, it could be, as I said yesterday, a beach if you like a beach, it's a forest, it's a nature, it might be somewhere in specific, it might be a childhood place. Just walk out there and just have a look mentally around that space and notice what's there. Are there trees? Is there water? Is there a sofa? Is there where this is your space? Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to come to a 3-1. So you can open those eyes. Just keep that in the back of your mind, and we're going to go with the 3-1. So we're creating this visualization this morning, again, to transition from last week into this week and to kind of set the foundations really for the next 9 weeks. So we've got 3 roads in front of us, and that middle road is the actions we're taking our hands. It's us right now. Okay, so this 3 and this 1 represents those three roads and that choice we can make over going down either one of them. We're only going to walk down the middle one. We're only going to take the action because everything else is for you to explore. But notice as you come into a 4 and a 4, there are another 2 roads. There's that middle road. There is a heart road. We could call it a dream road as well. And there is a head road, and we could call that a goal. So what I want you to do is that 4-4. I want you to turn that into a 3-3 and recognize this as the energy that you're giving that space right now. When I say that, I mean whatever image is in front of you or whatever image you're thinking of, there's feelings, there's sensations, there's memories that come from that. Feel them. And this 3 is representing that. And let's just push that back into a 3 and a 4 or a 4-2-3, whichever one you want. So what we're doing here is we're taking that 3, that us, that energy, that infinity, that motion. And I guess we're weighing up our options, I suppose. Not our options, but we're weighing up what thoughts we can catch as we venture down that middle road. So just want you to take a breath there, just sitting in that world, to just notice things again that are around. So maybe take one step forward, venturing down that middle road, recognizing that every day, and today included, as we walk forward, decisions can be made by observing our dreams, our wants, and the goals we're setting ourselves. I suppose these are all just words to kind of plant in there, a world to plant in there, just so we can move forward into the next 9 weeks with a space that's yours that we're venturing into. Let's just take all of that. There was a lot of words again there today. Let's just squash those onto our heart for a second. And what we're going to do is I'm going to throw out one word. And we're going to end off with the first thought, best thought. So when I say this word to you, what I want you to do is catch the first thing that comes to your head. As soon as you've done that, I want you to throw both balls up behind you, and I want you to try and catch them behind your back. Okay? So the word is choice. Catch a thought, throw them up and catch them. Bring them back to your heart. Give yourself a hug and have a lovely day, guys. I shall see you all tomorrow. I'm warmer now. Forget about the cold as soon as I start. Cheers, guys. Have a nice one. See you tomorrow. Oh, you should, by the end of the week, have these little booklets as well, which I'm going to send out. So, Andy, could you send me your address by email at joe@circusmash.co.uk, and then I'll just send you something out. It's just a little something that you can work alongside. I've got yours. Cheers, guys. Thank you. I shall see you tomorrow. Bye. Cheers for joining in live, guys. If you'd like a little booklet to just help you move through this course, you can just send me your address to Joe, Joe, @circusmash.co.uk, and I will get you on